Hello everybody, welcome back to the lecture series of concrete technology. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss about concrete mix design. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss about concrete mix design. Okay, so concrete, we all know that concrete is a mixture of cement, fine aggregate, coarse aggregate, water, and certain admixtures in required proportions. So that is called as concrete. The mixture, when placed in forms and allowed to cure, becomes like a hard, like a rock. Understand? So this is about concrete, and the hardening is caused by chemical action between water and cement, to which the concrete grows together with age, and it is the most widely used man-made construction material in the world. Understand? So concrete is nothing but the mixture of cement, fine aggregate, coarse aggregate, water, and certain admixtures. Understand? And with passage of time, the fresh concrete became hardened. And one more thing we should know, that the concrete is the most widely used man-made construction material in the world. And one more thing we should know, that nowadays there is no place and there is nothing without concrete. Understand? So, and we know that the concrete making materials are cement, fine aggregate, coarse aggregate, water, admixtures. So these are all the ingredients of concrete, and the mixture of all these substances is called as concrete. Understand now? So especially the concrete mix design, it means the calculation of the required proportions of all these ingredients to make a required mass of concrete with required strength, that is called as concrete mix design. Understand now? So it means the calculation of all these ingredients to make a concrete to obtain or for required strength or to obtain required properties. It means to obtain required end properties. So the process of calculation of the quantities required for making a concrete to obtain the required strength or to obtain the particular strength is called as concrete mix design. Understand now? So that is it is called as concrete mix design. Okay now, so first coming to the ingredients of concrete. First one is cement. The cement is the major and primary ingredient of concrete. The cement, when mixes with water, understand? So then the cement will become active, and the cement will act as a binding material in concrete. It means the cement and water forms the active component of concrete, while the inactive group like fine aggregate and coarse aggregate, they will become active. Understand now? It means the cement and water form a paste that hardens the bonds between coarse aggregate and fine aggregate together. Understand? So this is the role of cement in concrete. So that's why we need to calculate the quantity of cement required to make a concrete mix. Understand now? It means a particular quantity of cement we need to calculate to obtain the particular strength and to obtain the particular properties of concrete. Okay, now so there are different types of cements are available, and basically the cements have been classified into two types: Portland cements and non-Portland cements. Understand? And based upon the different properties and different strengths we need to get for the concrete, the cements have been classified into different types. Understand? And the most commonly used types of cements are ordinary Portland cement with 33 grade, 43 grade, and 53 grade. And next one is the blended cements, sulfate resisting cement, low heat Portland cement, hydrophobic Portland cement, and colored cement or white cement. So these are all the different types of cements which we can use for concrete to obtain the different strengths and to obtain the different purposes It means different end properties of concrete. Understand? So this is about cement. And next one is the aggregate. There are two types of aggregates will be used in concrete. One is coarse aggregate, another one is fine aggregate. The aggregate, it means the cost of the aggregate, they are cheaper than cement. The aggregates are cheaper than cement and impart greater volume and greater stability to the concrete. Understand? So if the cement binds the two aggregates, understand? So which are providing mass to concrete, and also which are providing volume to concrete. Understand? So that's why we can obtain this concrete. Understand? So then the bonding between the fine aggregate and coarse aggregate due to the behavior of cement and water within a concrete mass will decide the durability of the concrete. Understand? No? It means how much bonding the water cement mixture, it means the water cement paste can provide in between the fine aggregate and cement coarse aggregate. So it means the capacity of the bond or the quality of bond which have been formed by the water cement paste. Understand? So will decides the durability of concrete and also will decides the entire end properties of concrete. Understand? So this is about aggregates. Two types of aggregates are there. And one more thing we should know that the coarse aggregate are larger in size and fine aggregates are fine in size. Understand? So generally as a fine aggregate we will use sand, and as a coarse aggregate we will use concrete or any crushed stone like granite, sandstone, etc. Understand? And the different types of coarse aggregate can exhibit different types of properties. Understand? It means the coarse aggregate and fine aggregate both. It means the aggregates have been classified based upon different parameters. It means while we are doing concrete mixed design, we also go for the all these parameters. Understand? It means the different types of aggregates what are available in market, and what is their nature and how much strength they can impart to concrete. All these things we can know. We need to know. Understand? No? So based upon their geological origin, the aggregates have been classified into natural aggregates and artificial aggregates. And based upon their size, the aggregates have been classified into coarse aggregate and fine aggregate. And based upon their size, the aggregates have been classified into rounded aggregate, irregular aggregate, angular aggregate, flaky aggregate, and elongated aggregate. So this is the most important classification what we should know. Based upon the shape of aggregate, the aggregates have been classified into rounded, irregular, flaky, and elongated. So these are all the different types of aggregates which have been classified based upon their shape. Understand? And also based upon their unit weight, the aggregates have been classified as normal density, heavy density, and light density. Understand? So like this, different shapes aggregates, different sizes aggregates can impart different strengths to concrete. Understand? So based upon our strength requirement, we have to choose the type of aggregate. Understand? So and also the quantity of aggregate we have to calculate. And the next one is the water. So we all know that water is not an expensive thing. This is the least expensive ingredient of concrete, and one part of water is used in the hydration of cement to form a binding matrix, and the remaining water affords lubrication and workability to the concrete. The water cement ratio depends on the grade of concrete. It means three grade. Okay, the water cement ratio will depend upon the grade of concrete. Like there are different grades of concrete are there. We know M10, M20, M30, M40, M50. So like that, different types of grades are there. Understand? So for different types of grades, we need to use different types of water cement ratio. That's what we are going to see in mixed design. Understand? No? So the water cement ratio is depends upon the grade of concrete, its workability, durability, nature, and type of aggregates, etc. Each and everything will depend upon the water cement ratio. Understand? No? So a potable water is required for concreting. Seawater, it should not be used for concrete. Understand? Only a potable water, or a potable water means pure water. Potable water is to be used for making a concrete. And the next important component of concrete is admixture. This is the most important component of aggregate, because these are all the basic and natural components of aggregate. These admixtures are the somewhat introduced later onwards. Understand? No? So that's why admixtures are the most important components of concrete. Admixtures, they are added to concrete immediately or during mixing the ingredients to modify the properties of concrete, either to modify the properties of fresh concrete or to modify the properties of hardened concrete, whatever it may. Admixtures will be added to concrete to modify different properties of concrete and also to obtain different qualities to concrete. We can use certain substances, they are called as admixtures. Understand? And one more thing we should know, that what is the strength of the concrete we need and what is the property of concrete we need. Understand? We should have the clarity. After having that clarity, we have to choose the particular admixture which have to be used for the mixing concrete. Understand? So coming to the different types of admixtures also, different types of admixtures are there. Basically the admixtures have been classified into two types. There are mineral admixtures and chemical admixtures. Mineral admixtures and chemical admixtures. And one more thing we should know, that the admixtures, there are basic classification of admixtures based upon their origin and based upon their availability in market. Understand? No? So they are classified as mineral admixtures and chemical admixtures. And again, these admixtures have been classified into different types. They are you can see here: accelerators, retarders. So like this, plasticizers, pigments, iron draining admixtures. So like that, there are different types of admixtures are there. Understand? So based upon the end property and based upon the requirement of the engineer or based upon the requirement of the client, we need to choose the different types of admixtures which are needed to use while mixing the concrete. Understand? So the calculation of all these ingredients of concrete to obtain the required type of concrete, to obtain the required strength of concrete. Understand? So we need to provide all these ingredients of concrete with their respective proportions. Understand? So the calculation of quantities or the calculation of proportions of mix of ingredients in a concrete mix is called as concrete mix design. Understand? And coming to concrete mix design, there are two types of mixes are there. First one is nominal mix. Next one is design mix. Nominal mix and design mix. So there are two types of concrete mixes are there. First one is nominal mix and next one is the design mix. Mixes of fixed proportions are called as nominal mixtures, and design mixes are nothing but designed on the basis of requirements of the concrete in fresh and hardened states. Understand? So this is the difference between nominal mix and concrete mix. Nominal mixes have been given by Bureau of Indian Standards in Code Book IS 456 2000, and nowadays the 2000 have been updated and 2012 have been came. Understand? So IS 456, IS 456 in code book, the details of nominal mixes have been given, and design mix means based upon the requirement of the client. We have to calculate different proportions of its ingredients, and we have to choose the different admixtures and its proportion. Understand? So that is called as design mix. So these are the two types of mixes, concrete mixes, which we can use for the concrete mix design. Understand? And another one is there. So these are two important one, and another one is there, that is the somewhat important necessary behind any type of mix, that is called as trial mix. Nominal mix, design mix, and next one is the, these two are the most important one, and trial mixes are necessary. Whatever the mix you are going to see or we are going to use. Understand? So the trial mixes are prepared to verify whether the design mix would perform as per the assumptions. So if appreciable variation exists, the available alternatives are directly employ the trial mix at the site itself. Understand? Or we can modify the trial mix proportions on the basis of intuition and employ the revised proportions at the site. And also the trial mixers can be prepared for the trial mixes incorporating changes in the proportions based on the feedback generated from the previous mix. Understand? So like this we can prepare the trial mixes, and basically the concrete mix design can be defined as mix design is the science of determining the relative proportions of the ingredients of concrete to achieve the desired properties in the most economical way. So that is the it means that is nothing but concrete mix design. You can see that mix design is the science of determining the relative proportions of the ingredients of concrete to achieve the desired properties in most economical way. So like this we can define concrete mix design. Understand? So while we are choosing or we are taking a project for concrete mix design, we need to consider several properties, and also we need to consider several factors which can influence the concrete mix design. Understand? So like one again we will see that, and also we need to follow several principles. Okay, so now we will see that what are the factors we need to consider while we are going for concrete mix design, and what are the principles we have to follow while we are going for concrete mix design. We can go to the principles of mix design. Coming to the principles of mixed design, the environment exposure condition for the structure. Understand? So we have to consider that the environment where we are constructing. Understand? And next one is the grade of concrete. Grade of concrete, and next one is the type of cement what we are using. And the type of aggregates, it means the type, size, shape of aggregates, and next one is the water cement ratio, and the next consideration we have to take is its workability. So these are the different parameters which can affect the concrete mix design, and these are other factors which we can consider while we are going for concrete mix design, and also the basic knowledge of all these parameters or of all these factors we need to know. Understand? So that is the basic principle involving in the concrete mix design. Understand? So and coming to the mix design, so we need to follow different process. It means we are having different process for the concrete mix design. Understand? And one more thing that we should know that what are the different objectives or what are the different end properties of concrete for what we are going to, it means we are going for concrete mixed region. That's what we should understand. So it means these are all the requirements of concrete mixed region, or these are all the results of the concrete mixed region. Understand? So that's why before going for concrete mixed region, what are the requirements of client we should know. Understand? So the client's requirements we should consider as a civil engineers. The client's requirements for concrete mixed region, and we should consider our first one is compressive strength. Next one is workability. Next one is durability. And next one is, what is that? Compressive strength, workability, durability, and grade. So basically, these three are the requirements of client. Understand? So by considering these three things, these three perspective, we have to go for concrete mixed region. And we can define workability as, okay, the workability of concrete, we can define it as the property of freshly mixed concrete which determines the age and homogeneity with which it can be mixed, placed, consolidated and finished. So that is the, like, it means workability is nothing but the age at which we can mix the concrete and the age at which we can transport, we can place and we can cure the concrete. Understand? So it means that property of concrete is called as workability. It means the age for using the age for working on concrete is called as workability of concrete. And the next one, the durability. It means the durability we can define it as the resistance to weathering action due to environmental considerations such as changes in temperature, humidity, chemical attack, abrasion and fire. Understand? So it means the resistance against all these factors is called as durability of concrete. Understand? And also for concrete mixed region, we are having several methods for concrete mixed region. Now we will see that what are the different methods of concrete mixed region. This is the most important part of this lecture. Methods of concrete mixed region. These are all the different methods of concrete mixed region. In our India, we are using a method that is called as Bureau of Indian Standard method. In America, they are using a concrete mixed region method that is called as American Concrete Institute method. Like that, we are having different types of concrete mixed region methods. Now we will show what are the different types of concrete mixed regions available for concrete mixed region, or to calculate the quantities and proportions required to mix a concrete with required strength. Understand? So let me show you. ACI method. ACI method means American Concrete Institute method. And next one is the BIS method, that is Bureau of Indian Standard method. Bureau of Indian Standards. And the next one we are having trial and adjustment method, fineness modulus method. Next one is Indian Road Congress method, IRC 44 method. It means Indian Road Congress. So these are all the different types of methods which we have to follow. It means these are all the different methods which can give recommendations for the concrete mixed design. Thank you guys. In this session, we have been discussed about what is concrete mixed design, what are the different ingredients to be used in concrete mixed design, while choosing the ingredients of concrete for mixed design, what are the factors we should consider, and what are the parameters of those ingredients we should consider, and what are the different methods which are available for concrete mixed design throughout the world we have been seeing, and what are the different factors which can affect the concrete mixed design, and the purpose for why we are going for concrete mixed design. All those things we have been discussed in this session. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.